Well, if it looks like a tree and acts like a tree, you might as well call your tactic the tree. Let's just jump in and see what I mean. This one is called the 41113 Tree Gone Marking Tweak. It does look like a bonsai tree to me, at least. This is based off one just called the 4113 Tree Gone, and the only description says, trying a new shape. So we're going to try it out with our three teams of Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town as usual. So with that said, let's just dive into the Premier League and see how they did. Well, as you could see, pretty darn nice. Liverpool and Aston Villa fighting it out all the way to the end, only Liverpool winning on goal differential. But 93 points for both, 122 goals down to 98. Wow. Well, Liverpool came out on top, so we're going to take a look at them first. Aston Villa getting through them in the FA Cup third round 4-3. However, they do not get past Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup semi-finals in the second leg, losing out there. So that's interesting, but they get all the way to the FA Cup final, beating Tottenham 5-0. And they pick up yet another trophy in the Europa League final over Lazio 3-0. So yeah, overall, 3 out of the 4 cups, pretty dang nice. And they're 3 of the biggest cups out of the 4. Wow. Squad-wise, definitely a good sea of green right there. Goals, 32 for Salah. Gakpo with 29, 27 for Nunez, 26 for Jota. That is well spread. Salah with 24 assists, 22 for Andrew Robertson, and average rating Salah, of course, gets a 7.53. Aston Villa, on the other hand, gets through the Carabao Cup fourth round against Ipswich Town 4-1. That's quite the thrashing. Comes up against Liverpool in the FA Cup third round. We already saw that. They did win out in Liverpool against Liverpool again in the Carabao Cup semi-finals. We saw that. But the Carabao Cup final, beating Manchester City 7-3. Wow. It may only be the Carabao Cup, but that is an impressive victory over Manchester City. But they win the cup there. Runners up of the Conference League, runners up of the Premier League. Yeah, this worked very well for them. Squad, look at all of that green. Wow, Robin Olsen not doing well, but they did a fantastic job. 52 goals for Ollie Watkins, 27 for Diaby. That's insane. Lucas Digne with 23 assists, Moreno with 16. Average rating Ollie Watkins with a 7.67. So Data Hub for Liverpool looks really nice, attacking through and through, of course, as you'd expect. Defensively looks a little bit better than usual. 3.21 goals per game, 0.89 conceded, 0.87 XG against, 21 shots per game. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Aston Villa looking pretty nice themselves, attacking wise. Defensively, they got some bigger numbers on this side. Defensively, a little bit better than usual, but 2.58 goals per game, 0.84 conceded is definitely better, 1.16 XG against. Nice. Premier League stats, 2.45 points per game for both Aston Villa and Liverpool, although Villa making the tops. Most goals, Liverpool in 122, 98 for Aston Villa, very well done. Liverpool with 231 shots against, Aston Villa with 323. Most possession, 54% for Liverpool. Most dribbles made, Liverpool in 6 with 615. And most shots for both first and second, but 801 for Liverpool, 624 for Villa. But now with Aston Villa and Liverpool doing very well in the Premier League, how do you think Ipswich Town did? 2 points behind Leicester and Norwich, getting thrown into the playoffs and not even making it out. 105 points is pretty nice. 142 goals is through the roof, and they stay in the championship next season. That just hurts. Well, we already saw Ipswich getting to the Carabao Cup fourth round, losing 1-4 against Aston Villa. They get to the FA Cup fourth round in a replay against Bournemouth, but lose there. So overall, the championship is definitely, well, where it should have been, but unfortunately, they didn't pick up the 2 needed points or 3 needed points to get to first place. If you took control of this, as I usually say, you probably could get there, but in this case, it was a fine season. They just needed to pick it up just a little bit more. Squad-wise, they've got more green than usual, which is pretty good to see. But goals, 25 for George Hurst, 22 for Connor Chaplin, and Al Hamadi gets 20. Assists, 22 for Leif Davis, 14 for Wes Burns. An average rating, of course, Leif Davis, as always, gets a 7.56. Championship stats, third place, Ipswich at 2.14 points per game. Most goals, of course, in first with 151. I think like 152 is the tops one that we've seen, or 158 or something like that. But fewest shots against in second with 372. Most possession in sixth with 55%. Most dribbles made in fourth with 788. And most shots for in first with 878. So now let us take a look at this Banzai tree itself. A sweeper, keeper, and defend is where we start. Fullbacks on the left and the right in attack. Ball playing defenders and defend in the central spots. A roaming playmaker in support next to a CM in support, a little sort of next to. An inside forward in attack that does have mark specific position. It is the DL. This pressing forward also has mark specific position and it's the DR. That is in support. Advanced forward in attack and a complete forward in support next to them. Balanced mentality, in possession attacking with his narrow, approach plays pass into space, underlap on the left and the right, focus play down the left and the right, passing directness is shorter, tempo is higher, low crosses and run at defense. This is very similar to the cup final that we just saw. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly and roll it out. And out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in, step up more, and invite crosses. So overall, how did it do for our three teams? This one did very well. So sad to see Ipswich Town coming in third place and not making it through. But again, if you took control of this, hopefully you could actually get those 2 to 3 points. I mean, you'd only need 2 points because that goal differential is pretty darn nice. And then make your way into the Premier League, where we find Liverpool and Aston Villa with first and second. If you took control of Aston Villa, I definitely think you could pip Liverpool to that first spot. It worked very well here. If you tried this or anything similar to it, mention it down in the comments below and let us know how you did. But in this case, it worked very well. So that is it for me, Sevian FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.